Day one of reviewing a follower stock portfolio. He wants to eventually have everything the exact same price, but honestly, I don't think that's the best case scenario because of what I'm going to tell you. Check out here. We have Avgo, AMD, and NVIDIA. Avgo, AMD are cool, but personally, I would like to put in ASML, which is a Dutch semiconductor play, which does the patterning on the chip, and also Taiwan Semiconductors, which because it's really undervalued because it is a foreign stock. So you can still hold Avgo and AMD, and even Nvidia. You need to decrease their holdings or increase your ASML and your Taiwan Semiconductor plays. And basically compared to everything else I'm going to tell you after. Basically, you don't want too much of one sector, and if it is going to be a lot of one sector, it has to be a good sector. Next, I'm going to look at Berkshire Hathaway, which is Warren Buffett's private equity company. At least half their portfolio is in private stuff, like housing. What I would do for this specific section for this play, I would enter BN, which is Brookfield, the Canadian version of Warren Buffett's company. They're actually a more clear-cut infrastructure play, which actually buys companies that do infrastructure for AI. So it would be nice 50-50 if you like having this Warren Buffett type company. And I think its valuation is even better than Berkshire. And Berkshire is really good right now because Warren Buffett just retired and it's a good valuation. Same thing with Visa. Visa's an amazing company. I think we can add MasterCard here for a nice other 50-50. MasterCard is larger than Visa and they're both amazing because they're the only two largest credit card companies, excluding American Express. Google's is also amazing valuation. One of my second favorite stock right here, we can add Microsoft right next to it. VRT HVAC cooling solutions play, basically a picks and shovels play. Next to it, we can add Constellation Energy or Vistra Corporation and get nuclear energy in there. Amazon, my talk stop. I love e-commerce platforms. I would like to increase this. And you could add Meli, MELI, basically the Brazilian Amazon. You can have it a smaller position of Amazon if they offer fractional shares, liking like an 80-20 specifically in the e-commerce section of yours. Amazon is also underrated robotics play. Really love this company. He already has Microsoft right there. Good, I mentioned that earlier. Then we have Procter & Gamble right here. Procter & Gamble makes basically everything. Toiletries, baby wipes, food, everything. 80% of it grocery stores is Procter & Gamble. The problem I have with this is going to be safe growth, but the thing is it's going to be really, really slow growth. So to not cap your upside, I'll probably switch this out with S&P Global, which is also a blue chip value stock, but it actually rates bonds and has a lot more growth than this. But it's going to give you the same level of security, so I'll probably ditch Procter & Gamble. Then we have Eli Lilly and Adobe. Personally, Adobe is not my favorite play because it is losing market share because it's actually really hard to use and its clientele base is losing out to something like Figma right now. But at these current prices, I don't think it's really worth selling all of it. Maybe it's small trim because it has low prices. So valuation-wise, it is good, but company-wise, it's not really good. Sitting of Eli Lilly just made a little move up, so I'd consider selling some of that. It is a pharmaceutical and therapeutics, and they lost a lot of contracts. So basically, they can't make the same drugs they were doing before, like Ozempic. Same thing happened to him stock. I know you can't see it, but up here we have View and QQQ. ETFs are essential for any long-term portfolio. QQQ, we can change out for QQQM. It's going to give a 0.5 less expense ratio. VU is amazing as well. For whose stock portfolio this is, DM me so I can give you the ticker symbols.